tennis rackets, Kirwan, but there's only one nugget.
You smell smoke. Oh, no.
Could we have a commercial break and a fire extinguisher, please? Nugget!
Jeez,
Gee, you look a little pale, Nugget.
Boy, where have you been?
Oh, ever since I woke up this morning, the world was plotting against me.
Oh, come on now.
What happened to the tennis racket?
Oh, it was struck by lightning.
You're kidding.
The Nugget don't kid when it comes to lightning. There I was, just swinging my tennis racket, even whistling a little tune.
Yeah?
Then crack, out of the sky, a bolt of lightning. And no more tennis racket.
No.
Wow, you were lucky you weren't killed.
Hey, lucky isn't the word.
What?
Well, it has nothing to do with luck.
I could have been turned to molten gold.
Listen, it wasn't luck. It was a warning from above.
From above?
From on high, from the big tennis game in the sky.
What are you talking about?
Wait a minute, I think I'm catching on.
I don't get it. What's he talking about?
The deity.
Yeah, the divine ruler.
Is this some kind of riddle?
The great coverer and authority.
Come again?
The immortal, powerful one.
Oh, it's all over my head.
You can say that again.
Oh, I don't dare. Give it to me straight, you guys. In one word.
God.
God?
Yeah. That is he, and he is the creator of the universe.
You're pulling my leg.
That's the qualified truth, Nugget.
Well, what's his name? Where does he live?
Oh, he's got lots of names, Nugget, and he lives in heaven.
Or in Nirvana.
On top of a mountain.
Or in the sun.
Sounds kind of mysterious to me.
You ain't heard nothing yet. Wait a minute. Hold the show on tennis. I think we've just found a replacement. This is your life, God. Starlight rainbow shimmering through my foolish dreams. The glow that whispers on the shore. I want to know so much more. I met a starry-eyed gem. I had to ask him, tell me everything there is to know. He said elephants have 40s, Eskimos have 20 words for snow. He knew that plants grow inside snowflakes, like garden lakes. More. He told me questions are the answer, and the answer happens when you ask.
It's Nuggets with Barbara Kyle, Kirwan Massey, and
Me, Nugget!
As the forehead of man grows broader, so do his creeds. And his gods, they're shaped in his image and mirror his needs. And he clothes them with thunders and beauty. He clothes them with music and fire, seeing not as he bows by their altars that he worships his own desire. The poet Don Marquis takes a very cynical view of the spiritual nature of the gods. You see, he's saying that man created the gods.
Oh, what? Now there's two gods.
Let's get one thing straight, Nugget. The notion of deity is the oldest and the greatest mystery of mankind. The belief in God, or gods, as the case may be, has been a vital feature of human life right back through the dark recesses of history.
What's Dumbo doing?
I'm worshiping the great sky god, Ahura Mazda.
Oh, yeah, small foreign car. But what's in your hand?
A sacrifice to Ahura Mazda.
It looks like a cheeseburger.
It is a cheeseburger. I didn't have an ox.
Oh, I thought we were talking about God.
We are talking about God, the creator, Ahura Mazda, resplendent and glorious, the greatest, best, most beautiful of beings, the most constant, wisest, most perfect of form, supreme in righteousness, knowing to do good, giving joy at his good pleasure, who created us, who is most beneficent spirit. That was written by Zarathustra in the 2nd millennium before Christ.
Is that Jesus Christ?
That's right, Nugget. Jesus was a prophet of the Christians. The god that Kirwan is talking about existed for the Persians, 2,000 years before Jesus.
I was telling you about the prophet, Zarathustra.
Many gods have been associated with an earthly prophet. There was Buddha and Muhammad, Moses, Gandhi, and... Oh, sorry, Kirwan.
One day, a mysterious ghost-like being called the Ox-Soul appeared to Zarathustra and complained to him about the maltreatment of cattle. Zarathustra was deeply moved by the visitation and prayed to Ahura Mazda, the Aryan sky god, for help, and he received revelation.
Revelation? Huh. Sounds like a line of cosmetics.
That's the way a god might speak to a person without exactly appearing.
And from that day forth, Zarathustra was the prophet of Ahura Mazda. He was given the title of protector of cattle, and he denounced all other gods as demons. Over the centuries, the Persian sky god grew in strength. All other lesser gods, says Professor Eustace Hayden, tumbled in his wake, and he stood triumphant among the graves of all gods in ancient Europe. He strided brilliantly down the lane of history and came to influence the Jewish world of Abraham and Moses, and thereafter entered into Christianity itself.
And you were going to offer him a cheeseburger, Kirwan? Oh, that's sacrilegious. Abuse or misuse of the sacred.
Hey, don't tell me how to treat my god, Nugget. Why don't you find one of your own if you're so damn smart?
I will.
Wait, Nugget, here.
Hypocrite, yeah.
Well, listen, you were the one that was struck by lightning, not me.
All right, you guys, take it easy. I sense a familiar pattern taking place here. Historically and into modern times, mankind has drawn swords over religion. Warfare, in fact, is the admitted delight of the Islamic Muslims, whose militancy is treasured in the service of their god, Allah. The Muslims of Pakistan and the Hindus of India have been battling for centuries. In Ireland, Catholics and Protestants are vehement about each other's presence.
Seems to me that so far, having a god is nothing but a pain in the neck. Well, why do we need him anyways?
Well, to gain salvation. Without gods, we, the insignificant, are doomed. Only through celestial domination can we achieve eternal peace.
So much for self-confidence.
Kirwan is taking the hard line, Nugget. He simply means that our belief in some other world, where God lives, perhaps, represents the hope of reward for the good we've done on Earth. It's the one thing that's fundamental to most religious beliefs.
And whose bright idea was that?
Oh, the world's greatest thinkers and philosophers. Saint Anselm in the 11th century.
St. Thomas Aquinas in the 13th century.
Immanuel Kant in the 18th century.
Norman Malcolm and Sir James Fraser in the 20th.
All have conceived theories on the existence of God and the hereafter. But let's go back.
How far back?
To the dawning of man. It is now believed that the earliest gods were the powers of nature. You see, man knew so little and feared so much that he gladly acclaimed beings mightier than himself. Primitive peoples therefore came to believe that gods lived in or controlled the natural forces like the sun, the moon, the stars, the wind and the rain, the sky. Nature could be both hostile and kind. When she was friendly, man felt a glow of satisfaction, of warmth and celebration. And within that response was his first faltering step towards the making of his gods.
I think gods were invented by some clever chief to control people.
You're not the only one who thinks that. That's an old theory.
Another theory of early Christian writers is that gods had their origin in the fallen angels or demons.
Gods are also believed to be originally men who were lifted to divine rank after their deaths because of their great services to mankind.
Like Jesus.
Exactly.
Sir James Fraser believes that gods are an outgrowth of primitive man's playing around with magic.
Hey, just gotta have soul.
That's the word, all right, Nugget. Born in the imagination of primitive man, this idea of spirit or soul has been refined through the ages and now dominates religious thought in modern times because soul or spirit can be expanded to the utmost imaginative reach of human desire.
The gods in age are just more mysterious enough for us, I guess.
Oh, the world is a graveyard of gods, Nugget. In fact, all the old sky gods of Indo-Europe have gone. Jupiter for the Romans,
Frey for the Swedish,
Thor for the Norwegians.
Odin for the Germans,
Zwi for the Teutons,
and Tyre for the Norsemen.
Zeus for the Greeks.
And the good old cheeseburger god Ahura Mazda for the Persians.
The minister and professor A. Eustace Hayden writes that the ancient gods were touched with a slow sickness when they were illuminated by the probing searchlight of intellect. Poor old gods.
Personally, I feel most strongly for the great gods of ancient Greece. They bowed into oblivion more than 15 centuries ago. If it weren't for the writings of Homer, we wouldn't know so much about them as we do. They presided over a culture so brilliant and so refined that their influence has left unforgettable marks on the gods who followed them. To sum up, Nugget, man has his gods because he wants them. They're a source of hope, of courage, and civilization.
Well, that settles it. I'm bound and determined to find a god I can believe in by the end of the show.
Good idea. No deities of the ancient world have been so well remembered as the great gods of the Greeks. They reached out to shape the gods of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam before fading away. Zeus was the acknowledged king of all the gods. He was the cloud gatherer, sender of rain, giver of wealth and plenty, and hurler of thunderbolts.
Gosh almighty, did you hear that? It was Zeus who burned my tennis racket.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it, Nugget, maybe the god named Dionysus would suit you. He was famous for the violent form of sacrament, which is devotees, mainly women, organized in remote places like mountainside groves, where they could take part in wild dancing with wine and music, culminating in the eating of raw flesh of an animal. Under the glow of torches, it all came together to bring everyone to a state of divine intoxication.
Tennis, anyone?
Dionysus was born of Zeus and Persephone, the sea goddess. Zeus wanted his son to rule the world someday. But while he was still an infant, he was captured by a race of giants called Titans, who killed him and ate his flesh. In his anger, Zeus sent thunderbolts, which burned up the Titans and reduced them to ashes. The story goes that the human race was formed from these ashes, man being the combination of the good of the infant god's flesh and the evil of the Titans. Athena, the goddess of wisdom and warfare, rescued the heart of Dionysus from the ashes and returned it to Zeus, who swallowed it. And Dionysus was reborn as Semele, the earth goddess.
Holy cow. That's a funny one.
Well, you laugh, Nugget. That sounds like a fairy tale. But if you look closely, you see in it the beginning of modern religion. That is, through reunion with God, man can be changed and purified.
But eaten, swallowed, and turned to ashes? Oh, I don't want to be doomed. Give me a break, you guys. Is eternal bliss in the lap of God too much to ask for?
Maybe you're trying too hard.
Don't bug me. It's my quest.
Oh, I see you've done lots of research.
Now, you take your Hinduism. When the world-stomping Aryans, or noble folk from ancient Iran, stormed from the northwest into India in 1500 B.C., they brought with them their ancient nature gods. The big ones were Varuna, Vishnu, and Krishna. Even in present day, these gods are tended from dawn to dusk by priests. Through ceremonies, they're woken in the morning, bathed, given food for breakfast, and so forth through the day. Krishna's probably the most popular god of the Hindus. He's one of those gods that used to be a man on earth. His parents didn't know he was destined to become a god. But once when his mother looked in his mouth to see if he swallowed some mud, she was stunned to see 3 worlds in his throat: heaven, sky, and earth. The Hindus believe that Krishna reflects the miracle of childhood and the love of God for the soul. Kirwan. Hey, what's the matter with him? Looks like he's sleeping standing up.
He's meditating. Buddhist meditation is supposed to bring peace and insight, 2 elements which are essential to nirvana, which is the supreme state of human consciousness, whereby man can escape the endless round of rebirth. You see, the followers of Buddha believe that the spirit, after death of the body, is reincarnated or reborn continuously into new forms of life. New people, animals, plants, sometimes even gods. Through meditation and guidance from the teachings of Buddha, man can achieve his own liberation. Thus, the greatest difference between Buddhism and most other religions is that the followers of Buddha don't accept God as the ultimate authority. They don't dispute the existence of gods, but for them, salvation is a personal process. Buddha himself is believed to have lived around 560 BC in the foothills of Nepal. As a young man, having seen much suffering in his land, he felt a call to the spiritual world and spent a number of years wandering. One day, while sitting beneath the bo tree, he attained enlightenment, and the vision of the true nature of reality, nirvana, was his.
Well, if Buddhism is true, I could be reborn as Nugget.
I heard that. Put that skull cap on his head, Barb.
On top of your vines?
Oh, on my head. Okay. Well, let's try Judaism for size.
Well, I'll take this one. The ancient Hebrews first enter history as nomadic tribes living in northern Arabia on the fringe of the desert with a culture similar to many others of the Stone Age. During the second millennium BC, these tribes moved north into Mesopotamia under the leadership of Abraham. The historical narrative of these people is in a book of records called the Bible.
In the Old Testament, to be exact.
Now, what's in the New Testament?
The story of Christians and about the teachings and episodes of Christ.
In the 13th century BC, Moses led the descendants of Abraham out of slavery at the hands of the Egyptian dynasty across the Red Sea and introduced them to the teachings of Judaism as revealed to him by the great God Yahweh, or Jehovah, who spoke to him from a burning bush.
Hey, the Ten Commandments.
They're worth living, Nugget. Straight ethics and good advice, whether you follow Judaism or not. Jewish people seem to have an amazing ability to survive conquests and exile.
In those days, they shall say no more, the fathers have eaten our grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge. But everyone shall die for his own guilt. Everyone who eats the sour grapes shall have his own teeth set on edge.
Those are the words of the ancient Jewish prophet Jeremiah. The thrust of their ferocious survival is clearly a function of heritage.
The old saying, sour grapes, sure is packed with meaning, isn't it?
There's also a Jewish holy place called the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem, built in memory of the old temple which was destroyed by the Romans after the Jewish revolt from bondage in 70 AD. The capture of this holy spot in the 1967 war between Israel and the Arabs caused a great deal of grief among Jews all over the world.
So, Nugget, I see you've taken off your Jewish skull cap.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever find the right God for me.
What about Jesus Christ, Nugget?
Christianity? It ranges from Eastern Orthodoxy through Catholicism and many Protestant sects. And at the edge are the number of new movements, such as the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. Oh, help me, Barb. I'm all mixed up.
Well, look at Christianity this way, Nugget. At the heart of the faith is a myth as rich with tales and rituals as we found in Greece with their heroic gods. The myth goes something like this. Man was made by God, but he was disobedient. Adam fell from grace because of the apple that the Virgin Eve unlawfully bit, and man has sinned evermore. But God, in his love, decided to help mankind by offering a covenant or a contract to the people of Israel. He inspired several prophets to lead by example and maintain their faith. The people came to believe that their salvation was in the future with the coming of a godsend, a liberator, a Messiah. And he did come in the form of Jesus Christ, who saved man. For he was actually God, Son of God, and only God could offer the perfect sacrifice, himself. It happened at Calvary, where Christ, rejected by both the Jews and the state, was crucified. But Jesus showed his victory by rising from the dead and appearing in the flesh to his disciples. Mankind, therefore, through Christ, can conquer death, too. Christ, the new man, the second Adam, will come again someday in final judgment, and the end of the world will come as we know it. He will create a new heaven and a new earth.
That much is common to all Christian religions, Nugget.
Like any faith, Christianity works through human channels. You see, Nugget, the original Christian world broke apart at the hands of the Romans. The followers spilled from Rome in several directions. The faith flowed over the surface of the planet and came in contact with hundreds of different cultures, and it was either rejected or adapted by them.
You mean the different shapes and faces of Christianity are really a matter of geography?
Sort of.
Although one faith, called Mormonism, gives credit to modern-day revelation for its creation. It seems that Christ appeared to Joseph Smith, expressed his disappointment with all other religions, and put in the young man's hand the key to form the new and true Church of Christ.
And the mystery continues and continues.
Okay, you guys, where are we?
At the top of the world.
How come?
Oh, because it's a peaceful place to think about mysteries. Mountains have had many important roles in the great drama of man and God. Adam and Eve met at the mountain called Arafat.
There's Adam's Peak, where Buddha left a footprint, and Moses received the 10 Commandments on Mount Sinai.
The first Christian monastery was founded in Greece on Mount Athos. Christ's resurrection is celebrated on Mount of Olives, and the Mormon prophet Joseph Smith recovered the golden plates on the hill Camera.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountain.
It's been a long search, Nugget, at least a half an hour. Now, have you found a God you can believe in?
Frankly, Kirwan, I'm bedazzled, dumbfounded, and amazed.
Well, it's really well worth pondering. Don't you think so?
Yeah. Professor Ninian Smart puts it this way. Altogether, the story of man's religious experience is a rich, strange, sometimes bitter, and often noble one. In his religious life and in his rejections of religion, man has expressed his deepest attitudes to the universe about him. Through religion, man has worked out these attitudes in a pattern of daily living and dying. Whether he feels himself surrounded by spirits, or guided by God, or striving for nirvana, the religious man has tried to see beyond his senses. Is it imagination, or is it holy power that has enabled him to do so?
Ah, guesses, only guesses. But if none of this is true, well, maybe something better will be. As for me, the search for God's been a voyage into the hearts and minds of men who live, and live well to wonder why. What do you think?